Hello, SirToys fans, and again, as I've just said, more SirToys. Considering I think I'm going to get another delivery from SirToys, I don't know if it's going to be before Christmas, but it's going to be like soon. So so I guess I might as well do one of the few things left in that box. There's only maybe a few more of those little bags of these guys. Which apparently were all in one big set, and I'm an idiot, but whatever, they're getting reviewed separately because fine, it pads out my views. There's also O-size die-cast red version of Combiner Wars Hotshot, and I'm not sure if it's a masterpiece, but the oversized Bumblebee. Other than that, there's the dinosaur combiner thing. There's not a lot left in it, so we're getting there. But I'm going to review this because, again, ex-buddies are life. So we're going to review this and this. And this is the set of, I completely forget the name because that's what I'm like. And this is the set of the duck and the other bird of some variety. I don't know what this is. Woodpecker, sparrow. I don't know. Some sort of bird. And they are nice enough, little cutesy set. I'm looking around to see if I've got any ex-buddies in animal form. I should have prepared ahead. But you know what? I'll just get one randomly and transform it while I'm talking to you. It'll be seamless. You won't even know I'm doing it. Except I've just told you I'm doing it. So what we've got is basically, we've got a duck who is super, super cute. And the other thing, which if I knew what it was, might be super cute. But again, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. And they're interesting colours. Let me see if I can get a hand free to show you what I'm talking about. See, here we've got an orange. Here we've got a red. You'd think they'd both be the same colour, but they're not. So that's interesting. This one's primarily got the bright, the sort of like the standard kind of red and the yellows. Whereas this has got more of an orange and there's no yellow involved at all. It's an interesting little, what's the word? Contrast. That's the one I was looking for. They've done it to contrast between the two, so you can tell they're definitely different characters. And if it wasn't for the fact that isn't for the fact that they've got the same orange, not orange, white or cream, or whatever colour that is, you wouldn't have guessed they're from the same set. It's very, very clever how they've done it. Because again, like I say, this one darker. It's got the red, which is kind of dark. It's got a lot of the yellow. It's a much darker thing, whereas this is basically just orange and white, and they look completely different. You wouldn't say that these are from the same set. It's only the white that they've got in common, and obviously like the grey for some of the joints and things like that, and a bit of grey, but it's irrelevant. I do love the way that these things work, and if I had the time, which who knows, maybe I will at some point. I'd love to do like a stop motion of like some of these ex-buddies, but I do not have this. I'm not Yuhei DX or however you pronounce it. That guy is ridiculous. So YUHEIDX. He's unbelievable. Go watch him. Don't tell him I sent you because I don't think he speaks English. So But for a size comparison, told you wouldn't even notice I was transforming off screen. Here's Aqua from the same line, same series as well, from what I can tell. And I'd say he's a bit stockier, just a bit. I mean, this one's not far off. This one's a little bit less, but I'd say he's probably not far off. Here are the two components of Shady Z, or Z, however you want to pronounce it, the other of the two sets. So again, that one's very stocky, that one's kind of small. They probably balance out roughly the same, because these have got a bit more girth to them than, say, him, but neither are quite as much as him. So it kind of balances out between the two. And for people who don't own X-Buddies, peasants, here's Tailgate, here's Siege Sideswipe, and because I keep forgetting about him, here's Age Extinction Ballbee. So they're deluxe-ish. It's about as good as you can get. They're deluxe-ish. Go there, you go there. Okay, now the good thing about the X-Buddies are they're kind of cutesy animals and then they kind of make cutesy robots. But as this is similar to this set, these two actually combine into one. Combining X-Buddies. Apparently there is a set of just the normal X-Buddies that combine, but I don't know if they do the individual robot modes, and I'm not sure if it was simplified or a cheaper version, or they didn't have it in stock, or it was expensive, but I don't have that one, so shh, doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we'll do this one first. I'm going to start with the Pelican, I don't know, whatever it is. So what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to rotate the wings, which are on a ball joint just in there. I didn't do articulation stuff for him. This one, basically, the head wiggles around a bit. You can wiggle the wings a little bit on a ball joint. That's it. This one, you can wiggle these around a bit. The tail goes up and down. And these, you can move around and bend a bit and in and out, and the head will turn a bit. That's your lot. There's not a lot of articulation. I'm not going to mess around. So you rotate these out down to there and push them up. There's a ball joint with a hinge there. Do the same on that side. So rotate it down, fold it up. Marvellous. Also fold the tail under. And, classic X-Buddy fashion, we rip the leg off and transplant it into these connections here. Bring it to where it roughly needs to be. Open this up a little bit wider. Flip out the hand, which has gone dirty somehow. Flip out the hand, close this back up, and rotate at what will be the forearm swivel. There you go. So bring that up, shove it in there. Might as well rotate now. Flip the hand out, close it up. Marvellous. For the last part, what we need to do is get this panel here dislodged. So we're going to pop that loose. There we go. And from a hinge in here, I'm going to rotate this whole thing around. So I'm going to rotate it all the way through to about here. Stop for a moment. Keep this all in one place. And this orange piece with the head, I think, actually hinges back on itself. And that just allows you, because if you try and do it as this, it goes to there and stops. And things don't line up the way they're supposed to. So what you've got to do is hinge that up, bring it all the way down properly. There's a little slot in there for this tab sticking out. Goes into there. Then you can bring that back further if you want. And personal preference, I like to try and wriggle these in a little bit further. So instead of being there, they're there. Personal preference, up to you. Okay, so that is the peacocky, pelican, toucan, ostrich, aardvark, I don't know, whatever that is in its components. Now we get the duck. And in most combining sets, especially from Japan, there's always one that goes the extra mile, really puts the effort in, really shows the effort and tries, and it's kind of the MVP of the team, and no exception. I shall show you why. So what you need to do is basically get the wings out to the side a bit, outside of it. Bring this whole piece up. It's got like a hinge here and a hinge there. And then we grab hold of this red section on the front and rip it off. Okay? So we'll put this to one side for a moment. Then we get this piece. And you can do it all separately, but I like to try and be a bit stylish and do it all in one because, yeah, I'm cool like that. So we're going to turn these yellow feet so they're facing the opposite way. Rotate them outwards just so they don't hit each other. You can do it either way, but at the minute, do it that way. And then fold them over. Okay? At which point, there's a hinge here and a hinge here on each side. And we need to just straighten this all the way up to there, flip up what will be the toes, and now you can split them. Now again, obviously you could have split these and done them individually, but I like the style bonus of doing it this way because I'm cool. And these will plug into where the, I don't know, Doberman legs were in its vehicle mode, animal mode. I've just given up naming birds now. I'm just going to say random animals. So we're going to plug that in there. Go on, plug in. And rotate down. Marvellous. Plug in. And rotate down. Splendid. Now, if you were so inclined, you could leave it there. Job done. But you got all this left over. And bless them, they try. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this piece here, which would be like that from the animal. We're going to, using a swivel at the top of this, rotate the duck head so it's facing what will be up for the animal. And rotate these down. Sorry, up. What am I doing? Rotate them up like that. And then turn this whole thing, bear in mind that's the front of the duck, turn this whole thing over. So you're sort of like this. And on the back of it, there are these two connections here, which go into these white connections there. So slide it in, and it does peg in. There we go. And there he is, all combined. Nice. Let's just rotate this camera up a little bit. There we go. And that's him in robot mode. He's combined. Now, I'll say this for you. I think that's technically how it's supposed to go because that hides the duck head. But if you're not too bothered about that, or you want to be able to variable it depending if he's like flying or whatever, you can, because they're on a ball joint, still rotate these up. I like to rotate it up because then it gives him kind of like weird four-winged style to him. And he's not particularly back heavy, although he's decided to fall over now. There you go. Bear in mind this cardboard wiggles a little bit, so. And yeah. I mean, he's got an obvious couple of things hanging off the back of him, but so what, frankly? He looks, don't fall over. I'm telling people you're not back heavy, and then you decide to show me up. Why do you always do this in front of people when we've got guests over? Why? You're going to have to slap you later, and you brought it on yourself. No, don't hit people. Just don't hit people, okay? Use words. Words are always better. Constructive words. Okay. So yeah, he's... See, you've got the reds and the yellows and things like that, and now because you've got yellows up here, and you've got the reds kind of tucking through, and the reds on the side of the head, which were in the hamster animal mode, the yellows are again dotted around the place, and the reds are... It all now kind of meshes a lot better, and a little bit of red that was tucked away on the seal mode is just in there, and it all sort of blends together, and it's really nice. Just genuinely, just they pull it off really well. So for size comparisons, we've got tailgate, side swipe, Bumblebee, and I suppose, can you even see Bumblebee? No, there you go. I suppose I might as well bring in Emerald, because he's one of the original X-Buddy guys. So these guys are big. I'm just going to quickly do Shady Z off screen, if I can, without making a mess. Yeah, I'm slowly trying to acquire this whole X-Buddies line. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know why I like them so much, but I really do. They're just... they're fun. I think that's it. They're just really fun. They're interesting. They're solid. They're chunky. They're fun. I've had young relatives that have come over and been like, "Oh, can I play with that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And to be fair, they've tried and they haven't been able to break them. I don't want them to try, obviously, but you know, kids are kids. But no. These things are spectacular, and the size of him. I mean, where are we? That's the Voyager oversized, practically masterpiece side swipe. Yeah, stick him there. The size of this thing, you know what I mean? Unbelievable. And it's, again, the plastic quality on these guys is rock solid. They are like kids' toys, you know what I mean? They are for kids, really. But they've put the plastic quality taken into, effect. Kids are going to try and break it. So that's what kids do. And they're up to the challenge, I'm telling you now. They're solid, rock solid. And if anyone buys all these out from SirToys and I can't get hold of them, I'll be very disappointed with you. Just so everyone knows. Just buy the ones I've already reviewed, yeah? They're my SirToys. I called dibs. Right, there you go. She's transformed off screen. See? You didn't even realise I was buying time, did you? So, yeah, I mean, this one's like a bear or something and a gorilla. This one's two kind of birds. And you can see definitely a difference between them. This one's very much stocky and beefy, and all. This one's all like wings and style and flair, and it's brilliant. And I'm just going to throw Emerald at the front here as well, so you get more X-Buddies goodness. And they are just nice. They're fun. I think that's the best thing about them. They are just fun. Let's get a couple of these guys out of the way. Just, you know. I might throw some of the other X-Buddies I got lying around. You can go in there. And you can go in there. And why are you falling over now? Stand up, you fool. Aqua, even though he's still in his animal form, they're just nice. They're just good. What more can I say? And yes, I have ordered one, I think. We'll see what turns up. I know what SirToys are like. But yeah, these guys are spectacular. Basically, they are fantastic. If you like cutesy stuff, you like the weird animals, you don't mind a bit of, I'd say parts forming, but these aren't Transformers. These aren't like actual Transformers. So this is just how they are. No one says, you know, a Transformer made of Lego is parts forming because it's made of Lego. You know what I mean? You can't call them parts forming. No one calls a Megazord a parts former because that's what they are. So these are just cool, basically. They're just cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all? Yeah, I think there's about 3 or 4 left in this set I haven't got. He's from the next season. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day because it's the 18th of December and I still haven't put my Christmas tree up. So, yeah, I'm going to go and do that. Gone 9 o'clock at night because I'm an adult. So, outro. I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you when I get remade into an X-Buddy. Nah. Bye!